Imagine a world where temperatures drop to minus 70 degrees Celsius. The icy wind cuts through everything, snow stretches as far as the eye can see, and every breath turns into a cloud of frost. For humans, these conditions are deadly within minutes. Yet for the animals living in these extreme cold environments, this is just another day. The Arctic, Antarctica, and northern Siberia are home to creatures that have developed astonishing ways to survive in the harshest conditions on Earth. Let's start with the Arctic giants. The polar bear is the ultimate symbol of icy survival. At first glance, it seems that its thick layer of fat and white fur are all it needs to stay warm. But in reality, its fur is hollow, like tiny tubes that trap air, adding extra insulation. Beneath the fur lies a thick layer of fat, up to 15 centimeters, that keeps the body warm even in minus 50 degrees Celsius temperatures and fierce winds. The bear's paws are covered in fur with rough pads, preventing slipping and protecting against frostbite. Polar bears can even regulate blood flow to their paws to reduce heat loss. Smaller animals take a different approach. Arctic foxes and snowshoe hares have dense fur and short extremities to minimize heat loss. They dig burrows under the snow, where temperatures are much warmer than on the surface. The snow acts as a natural insulator, protecting them from icy winds. Snowshoe hares also change the color of their fur to white in winter, helping them stay hidden from predators while reflecting some of the sun's heat to retain warmth. Arctic foxes are masters of survival. Their thick, fluffy coats cover their paws, allowing them to walk on snow easily. Their long, bushy tails act as scarves that wrap around their bodies during freezing nights. They dig deep burrows to escape predators and the harsh wind. Birds in the Arctic have even more incredible adaptations. The snowy owl covers its feet with feathers and can reduce blood flow to its legs temporarily to conserve heat. Ptarmigans bury themselves in snow during winter, staying almost invisible to predators and keeping warm under a snow blanket. Birds like auks huddle together on branches to create collective warmth, while Adelie penguins in Antarctica form dense penguin huddles, taking turns on the outside to shield the rest of the group. Caribou and reindeer have yet another survival strategy. They grow a thick, double-layered coat, including insulating underfur, and their hooves are adapted to move on ice and snow. In winter, they dig through the snow with their sharp hooves to reach lichen, which makes up a large portion of their diet. Many animals enter winter hibernation to survive extreme cold. Ground squirrels, bears, badgers, and hedgehogs slow their metabolism almost to zero. Their hearts beat slowly, breathing decreases, and energy consumption is minimal, allowing them to endure months of harsh winter when food is scarce. Even amphibians, like certain frogs, can freeze almost completely and thaw in spring, thanks to sugars and glycerol that protect their cells from damage. Cold-blooded animals also show remarkable adaptations. In Antarctica, some fish have antifreeze proteins in their blood, preventing ice crystals from forming. Insects and amphibians in northern regions use similar substances to keep their cells alive, even in freezing temperatures. Walruses, seals, and whales rely on group heat. Walruses cluster in massive herds, pressing together to conserve warmth. Seals do the same on ice floes, and whales take advantage of the water, which warms more slowly than air in winter, staying relatively warmer than the surface air. Some animals dig deep underground burrows. Lemmings, Arctic mice, and polar ground squirrels create entire underground networks where temperatures are far higher than on the surface. They store food, hide from predators, and preserve warmth. Even insects and beetles adapt impressively. Some freeze almost completely, with ice forming between cells without destroying them. Come spring, they wake up again. Spiders, flies, and other tiny northern arthropods do the same. Antarctic ice crabs and marine invertebrates endure freezing waters thanks to antifreeze proteins. They move through the icy oceans, feeding on organic material and becoming prey for fish, birds, and marine mammals. Interesting behaviors are seen in seabirds like gulls and petrels. They gather in flocks to protect each other from the wind and can sleep on ice, relying on fat layers and special blood vessels in their legs that prevent frostbite. Predatory birds like snowy owls, falcons, and hawks regulate blood flow in their legs and feathers to reduce heat loss, while migratory birds such as geese, swans, and cranes fly south to avoid the harshest cold. Even microscopic organisms play a vital role in the ecosystem. Ice insects, microalgae, and bacteria create conditions that support other animals, maintaining the food chain in extreme environments. Some animals actively regulate their behavior. They shift their body positions, hide in shelters, huddle in groups, dig tunnels, migrate, or sleep. These strategies are amazing ways to conserve warmth, energy, and life where humans cannot survive. To summarize, animals surviving extreme cold use a combination of strategies. Thick fat and dense fur. Bears, foxes, hares, walruses, Arctic foxes. Group warmth. Penguins, walruses, seals, birds, gulls. Winter hibernation. Ground squirrels, bears, badgers, hedgehogs, amphibians. Biochemical antifreeze. Fish, frogs, insects, ice crabs. Underground tunnels and burrows. Lemmings, Arctic mice, polar ground squirrels. Minimizing heat loss with short extremities. Foxes, hares, birds. Migration. Migratory birds, geese, swans, cranes. These adaptations are the result of millions of years of evolution. Where humans see only death and ice, animals have found unique ways to live, thrive, and conserve energy. The world of extreme cold is full of life and astonishing stories. Every creature is a master of survival. So next time you hear about minus 70 degrees Celsius, remember, for animals, it's not the end. It's a challenge they've learned to overcome. From polar bears and walruses to microscopic insects, life always finds a way, even in the coldest deserts on the planet.